morning.
How are you? My name's Paul.
Shasta, nice to meet
What's
you.
going on, Shasta? You got a book.
Actually, it's a book of old stamps.
What you got?
Well, I have a stamp in here that I think could be an 1868 Benjamin Franklin Z-Grill stamp.
If this is an actual Z-Grill stamp, it would easily be the most valuable thing I've ever handled here at Gallery 63. I mean, it's like discovering a treasure. Apparently, there are only like a couple of these known to exist.
Two that I know of.
One of them, I believe, is like in the Smithsonian. It's property of the United States government.
Correct.
And I think there's one that is this stamp collector that has every stamp ever issued by the Postal Service. And this was like the holy grail when he bought it a couple years back.
Yeah, traded it for a couple of stamps that were worth $3 million.
Wow. I find it fascinating that it's got its postmark on there.
Yes. And from what I've discovered, what made the two Z-Grills that have been discovered so valuable is the fact that they were postmarked and used.
Really? How do you come to have this?
It's kind of our tradition. Every Saturday morning, we go to estate sales, and we bought a box lot of junk at the end of the sale.
Familiar with those.
Yeah, yes.
What did y'all pay for the book?
For the whole box, I paid $25.
Wow, $25? If this stamp is the real deal, it'll be the best return on investment since the first shares of IBM. Assuming the stars align, this thing's real and right, what do you think you want for it?
Gosh, wouldn't it be great for, you know, some nobody mom to discover a stamp that could bring $1 million?
You're right, you never know.
If the planets lined up and we did get $1 million for this stamp, the first thing would be put my kids through college.
Here's the deal with this. This is so far beyond my realm of expertise, but if it's real, it's, you know, staggeringly valuable. Obviously, we'll have to authenticate the Z-Grill, but the notion that we just might have $1 million stamp right here in my gallery makes me shake just thinking about it. I'm super enthused about this, so let's do some paperwork. I'll take possession of this, and we'll get busy on it.
Perfect.
Must be Randy. Thank you, sir, for coming. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
What I like to call around here is my little lottery ticket. So we'll see. We'll see if I got the winning numbers. There are probably only 1 or 2 people in the entire country who are qualified to authenticate a Benjamin Franklin Z-Grill stamp, and Randy is the man. Now, you've seen these before.
Yes, I'm authenticated the only one in circulation.
Okay, yes, tell me a little bit about why it's valuable. Why is this stamp so rare?
Well, they started printing these stamps in 1867, and the grill, which is an impressed, embossed design in the paper, breaks the paper fibers, and therefore, when the ink goes in on a pen cancel, it makes it much more difficult to eliminate. So the government was therefore doing something to stop people from reusing stamps.
Got it.
And it just lasted 2 years. The number issued was very, very small.
Well, let's break out your tools.
Okay.
Let's see this thing.
First of all, I'm going to examine the condition of this stamp.
Okay.
Now, it is a 1-cent Franklin.
So it is not a counterfeit stamp thus far.
No, it's not a counterfeit stamp.
So far, so good.
Now we're going to put lighter fluid on it, and you can see the faults, creases, thins, tears, repairs show up darker.
And that doesn't affect anything. It doesn't affect the color.
It doesn't affect the color, the ink, the paper, the cancel.
So long as we keep it away from open spark.
Right.
Right.
And I don't see any faults.
All right, well, that's good. Thanks for looking up.
Yeah, that's good.
And the lighter fluid obviously would
Yeah.
dissolve.
You just
Almost
blow on
dry already, isn't it?
It's basically dry now.
How about that?
So the real question is whether or not it's got a Z-Grill and whether or not it may be worth $1 million.
Well, let's see. Let's look at it.
We're going to compare it to a known Z-Grill. This
me see
is
that.
about a $25,000 stamp.
That stamp right there.
Correct. It's easier
Wow.
to see the grill if you flip it over.
That's like a waffle.
Exactly. In this particular 1-cent Franklin you've given me, you can't see any grill at all.
That was not the news that I wanted to hear. But it is still a stamp from the 1860s, so it's got to be worth something, right? Does it have any collector value?
The real value of this item is probably worth about $50.
Great. Wah wah.
Sorry, but it's a US number 63. They printed tens of millions of them.
Now I gotta be the bearer of bad news. I've gotta tell Shasta it is a real 1860s stamp. It's just not a grilled stamp of any variety, let alone the, you know, the holy grail of the Z-Grill. Thank you very much for your time, and take care.
Thank you.